Hello everybody, my name is Naveed Sattar. I am Professor of Cardiometabolic Medicine at the University of Glasgow. I am an external commentator on a series of 3 reviews on early onset type 2 diabetes that are appearing in the Lancet. Why have the Lancet published this series? Well, this type of diabetes is rising rapidly worldwide, including in countries like the UK, but also worryingly, especially in low and middle income countries. And it's not just becoming more common, it's more severe, leading to much more comorbidity and much greater risk of premature death than people who develop diabetes later in life. And it's much harder to treat. The 3 papers that are being published cover 1, the global epidemiology, number 2, drivers and consequences of early onset type 2 diabetes, and the final one is on the management at the individual and population level. For me, 2 key findings stand out, including some of the research that has been done by our group. Number 1 is that more weight gain is needed to trigger type 2 diabetes in younger people than in older adults, much more weight gain. And number 2 is that there are ethnic differences in the amount of weight gain needed, with much less weight gain needed in non-white populations than in whites to develop type 2 diabetes across the life course, but also at young age. So why is it the case that younger people need more weight gain? Well, number 1 is younger people have more muscle, they have less ectopic fat, and they have better pancreatic function. So in other words, they are much more metabolically resilient than older people, and therefore they have to put on much more weight to overcome this resilience. And then secondly, why do non-whites have higher risks at lower BMIs at all ages? Well, it's for a number of reasons. In South Asians, we think the predominant reason is the propensity to greater ectopic fat and lower BMI, but they also have lower muscle mass and their pancreas may also fail faster. In black populations, the key factor seems to be a failing of pancreatic function earlier, but these are incomplete pictures and we need more research across diverse populations. Nevertheless, if you take all of that together, as BMI rises fast, particularly perhaps in younger people, because younger people have lived most of their lives, particularly in high-income countries, in food-rich environments, as weight gains go up, type 2 diabetes is the disease that will go up fastest. So we need much more global effort in prevention of adiposity, but currently no country has truly succeeded. At the clinical level, particularly in young type 2, early onset type 2, we need to treat obesity first and foremost. It's the root cause of type 2 diabetes in the vast majority, and it's perhaps the root cause of many of its complications. We have low-calorie diets in our armamentarium now, but also we have new medications that reduce food noise and may support sustainable weight loss, and at the same time reduce cardiovascular disease and kidney disease. However, these medications are currently too expensive for widespread use. Finally, if you remember nothing else, young type 2 diabetes is rising fast because of rising BMIs, especially in less metabolically resilient populations. Thus, tackling excess weight gain and the environments to drive it is the only real path to widespread success in managing and preventing this growing epidemic that threatens to devastate lives and stress systems to breaking points. Thank you very much.